RIP to an absolute legend, Hugh Hefner, the founder of Playboy magazine. I don't think kids these days know about that Playboy life. See, back in the day, the internet was not what it is today. You couldn't just pull out your iPhone 7 and get on the hub real quick. You know, there was no Pornhub at all, actually. Instead, you had to look at actual physical pictures in magazines. That is, if you could get your hands on one. Like, shit was actually a struggle back then. And of course, the most popular of these magazines was Playboy magazine. So, if you think about it, Hugh Hefner was kind of a hero out here. He was helping so many young men back in the day. And I guess he still is, but I mean, who's looking at magazines in 2017? Like, what are you doing? Get with the times, Grandpa. It's about that virtual reality now. But anyways, back to what I was saying. How else was 12-year-old me supposed to see some titties other than a magazine? You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty big deal back in the day to get to see a titty. You know, it was hard to come by, so you took what you could get. Like, back then, if you saw a titty in a movie, you were excited. You were like, holy shit, is anyone else seeing this? Like, what's going on? Let me pause that shit real quick. Let me get a good view. But nowadays, you could just go on the internet and find whatever weirdo shit you're into. You know what I'm saying? You could find some transgender midget gangbang porn or some weird shit like that. You know, some bukkake action. You know, whatever weird shit you're trying to watch, you can find that on the internet very easily. So it's a lot different than how it was back in the day. These kids will never know the struggle that we had to go through, but thanks to Hugh Hefner here, that struggle was made a little bit easier, so for that, we are all very thankful. But anyways, that's not what we're here to discuss. As always, when a famous person dies, the weirdos gotta come out and start shitting on them for some reason. I don't know why they wait until the person is dead to speak up. I think it's because they're seeking attention, and they know that's when they're gonna receive the most attention. They don't actually care, they just kind of like to be offended, but since Hugh is not in a position to defend himself against this army of wildebeests, I'm gonna have to step up and do it for him. So basically what's been happening is these random wildebeests and hippopotamus and walrus and whatever else lives out there on Twitter have been disrespecting my man's Hugh. They have been slandering his name because they claim it was very wrong that he was making money off of objectifying women. And they're very butthurt that everyone is speaking so positively about this guy. Everyone's like, RIP, man, you know, what a legend. They don't like that. Apparently to them, he was a terrible person. So we're going to look at some examples of what I'm talking about, but my response to this is pretty simple. These bitches are mad at Hugh Hefner for profiting off of sexualizing women, but they sitting here posting ass pics on Twitter for free. They sexualizing themselves for free, but you're mad at Hugh? This ain't adding up. Like, this doesn't even make sense. You're mad at a guy for making money off of something that you do for free every day. I mean, does that make any sense to you? Because I don't get what's going on here. I think they're just mad that nobody's paying to see their melted ice cream looking ass, you know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you, if they weren't built like a blobfish, they would be happy to be featured in Playboy magazine, but unfortunately, they're built like a washing machine, so they can't. And instead, they just get butthurt on Twitter. So, if you would like to find some of these tweets, it's pretty easy. I found that there are 3 keywords that work very well. If you just search up Hugh Hefner and objectifying, you will find hundreds, if not thousands of these tweets. You could also replace objectifying with sexualizing if you want, and you will find the same results. But I've done some investigating, I've looked through these tweets, and I found a couple examples that I want to use to illustrate my point. So, example number 1. So, y'all hate Trump for objectifying women, but Hugh Hefner is your hero? Oh. Hashtag they never loved us. And I went to this walrus's profile and I saw this picture here, which I thought was very interesting because she seems to have a problem with objectifying women, yet here she is on her own profile objectifying herself, you know, looking like a off-brand Christy Mack, you know what I'm saying? And that just seems kind of weird to me because if you were so against objectifying women. Surely you wouldn't objectify yourself. Next up, we have, okay, and why are we upset that Hugh Hefner is dead? Like, may he R.I.P., but that guy was a pig and made a living off of objectifying women. Wow, you're right, what a fucking pig. But I happened to go to your profile, and I scrolled down a little bit through your pictures, and I saw this picture here of you, and you said, was feeling myself. And you seem to have misplaced some of your clothing or something because your titties are out, and surely you are not a pig, right? Surely you would not objectify yourself, so I guess you just forgot to put a shirt on. It's an honest mistake, I understand. You might want to go back and delete that picture because, you know, you wouldn't want to objectify anyone. Here's a real interesting one. So this one was actually by a male. He said, Hugh Hefner turned culture on its head with the bold, revolutionary concept of objectifying thin, pretty women. I don't know as a dude how you're gonna tweet that out. Like, what are you hoping to accomplish? Do you think like some bitch on Twitter is gonna read that and be like, holy shit, I wanna suck this dude's dick, he's so cool, he totally understands the struggle of women? Hell no, you fucking pussy. Like, what are you doing right now? I'm ashamed of you. We do not claim this dude as part of the male species. Alright, we're gonna throw him over to the transgenders. But of course, many females responded to this dude's tweet very happy about what he was saying. Like, oh my god, finally a dude who understands. You're so awesome, dude. Like, this dude literally got friend zoned by 98 girls within a span of like 10 minutes. But anyways, this one specific response I thought was funny. This girl responds with, as a plus model, I was told on numerous occasions, photographers and editors want curvy girls in Playboy, but waiting till Hef dies. So let's just think about what she's saying for a second. Basically, she's apparently some beluga whale out here. She's what we like to call a plus size model, although, you know, some of these girls are not plus size models. They're life size models of humpback whales, but apparently she's mad that she wasn't allowed in Playboy because she was too fat, and she's real salty about this, and apparently we have to wait until Hef dies before we can start putting fat bitches in Playboy. But guess what's gonna happen when y'all start putting these fucking 480-pound whales in Playboy? Do you think anybody's gonna be buying the magazine? I don't fucking think so. As I said earlier, these bitches would take the opportunity to be featured in this magazine and objectify themselves in a heartbeat. But they just don't happen to meet the qualifications, so instead they like to hate on Twitter. And finally, I'll leave it with this one. Why is everybody celebrating Hugh Hefner as if he weren't a nasty-ass pervert who built an empire on objectifying women? He literally said he viewed women as only sex objects. Wow, why are you so mad? Who hurt you? Hugh Hefner must have personally attacked you. But I went to her profile and I checked out her pictures, and let's just say, I can see why you're mad. I'd be mad too if I looked like that. So anyways, I think that's enough for the tweets. There are so many more out there if you would like to go explore on your own. But the final thing I want to show you before we close this out is some statements from some actual Playboy models who worked with him. You probably will know who these people are. And it's kind of crazy because, you know, the thing is, he didn't force these females to do anything, you know what I'm saying? He didn't hold a gun up and said, you know what, you better take this fucking picture from my magazine. No, they volunteered to do it. They wanted to do it. They received payment for their work. It was a mutual decision. I don't understand why Hugh Hefner receives all the hate for it, but the actual girls who all of these other girls are claiming were objectified and treated unfairly are not mad. The ones who are actually objectified are not even fucking mad about it. They're all on Twitter and Instagram talking about how much they like the guy, how thankful they are for the opportunity. Like, they're all very positive towards him. Kim K tweeted out, RIP to the legendary Hugh Hefner. Paris Hilton posted on Instagram, so sad to hear the news about Hugh Hefner. He was a legend. Carmen Electra posted a pic on Instagram, RIP Hugh Hefner, the American icon. Everywhere you look, the actual women who were objectified in Playboy are all very positive about this. They're like, yeah, he was a legend. Like, they're all the complete opposite of these fucking nasty wildebeests on Twitter who were not featured in the magazine magazine and have no right to be offended on behalf of these actual women. So I thought that was kind of hilarious that the ones who were actually featured don't even care. But isn't that how it always is? It's always the people who are not affected by something who are the most offended by it. They're getting offended on behalf of the people who are supposed to be getting offended. In this case, it's probably because all of the girls featured in Playboy are like straight 10 out of 10s, living life on super recruit difficulty, and all the wildebeests on Twitter are not. They're still living on recruit though. They're still a female, so it's still pretty easy, but you know, when you're a 10 out of 10 Playboy model, that's what we like to call super recruit. So anyways, that's it for the video. RIP to my man's Hef. Truly a legend. I don't give a fuck what none of these wildebeests say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, rating if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out. Okay, actually one final thing. As I was finishing the video, I found some new information and I have to put this in the video, but right here it says Hugh Hefner's wife, Crystal Harris, 31, will inherit nothing after signing an ironclad prenup before their wedding and was never added to his will. Oh man, dude, this dude, just when I thought he couldn't be more of a legend, I hear this, man. This guy was truly a fucking legend, man. She thought she had a payday. Hell no. That's exactly how you do it, my man Hugh. Teach all these gold diggers out here a lesson. 91 and 31. My man knew exactly what was going on. So anyways, now I am done. Peace out.